There are two people living inside your head. You think you are one person, one trader, but you are not. There is a civil war that's going on in your mind. There is the analyst and there is the trader. The analyst is the genius. He wakes up early, he is rational, he is logical, he looks at the chart and sees structure, consolidation, expansion, back to consolidation. He draws the lines. He says, if price comes here, we buy. Our invalidation is here, our target is there. The analyst is perfect. He feels no fear because he has no skin in the game yet. He is dealing with hypotheticals. But then you click the mouse. The moment the order is filled, the analyst is gagged, tied up, thrown in the trunk, and the trader takes the wheel. The trader is not a genius. The trader is a primal animal. The trader is your amygdala. He is thousands of years of biological evolution designed to do one thing: avoid pain. This is the hell you live in every single day. You enter a trade based on the analyst's plan, but the moment the candles start moving, taking against you, taking for you, the trader starts screaming. The price is stalling. It's a trap. We are up 5 points. Just take it. We need a win today. We are down 5 points. Move the stop loss. Just give it a room. I can't take another loss. You are trying to analyze the market while you are suffering the exposure of the market. You are trying to be the architect and the soldier at the same time. And what happens? Well, the soldier disobeys the architect. You move the stop loss. You cut the winner. You revenge trade. And then the trade closes. The adrenaline fades. The trader goes back to sleep, and the analyst wakes up. He looks at the chart. He sees that the price went exactly where he said it would go, and he looks at your account balance and he screams. This cycle, analyst plans, trader ruins, analyst regrets, is why you are failing. It is not because you can't read a chart. It is because you have a broken chain of command. Now, I want you to visualize what it looks like when that war ends. This is what I call trading heaven. It is a state of total, cold indifference. In this world, the analyst does his job in the morning. He defines the rules, he sets the coordinates, he sets the trap, he places the limit order, and then he dies. Once the trade is entered, you do not manage it because on how you feel. You do not analyze the price action anymore because the price is irrelevant. But you ask, what if the market changes? It doesn't matter. In trading heaven, you understand a fundamental truth. The outcome of any single trade is random. You could have the perfect setup, and a central bank governor could sneeze and you lose. You could have a terrible setup and fat finger a trade and end up a winner. So, in this state, you stick to the plan. If the price goes against you, you sit on your hands. You watch it hit your stop loss. You feel a twingle of pain, but you do not move. You accept the loss as the cost of doing business. Like a restaurant buying food that might spoil. If the price goes in your favor, you do not celebrate. You do not close early to secure the bag. You let it run to the target the analyst set. You only touch the trade if the rules says so, not your feelings, your rules. If price breaks the structure high, I move stop to break even. This is a mechanical action. It requires no thinking. In trading heaven, there is no thinking during market hours. There is only execution. There is silence. So here's the question you need to ask yourself right now. If you know what you should do, why can't you do it? You know you shouldn't move your stop loss. You know you shouldn't over leverage. You read the books. You watched the videos. Why do you keep betraying yourself? I'll tell you why. Because you don't have a system. And I don't mean a trading strategy. A strategy is just an entry signal. A strategy is buy when RSI is low. That is not a system. A system is a comprehensive architecture that restrains your behavior. A system is a set of handcuffs for the trader and a set of blueprints for the analyst. You are failing because you are relying on willpower, and in the markets, willpower is a finite resource. Eventually, it runs out. You need something that doesn't run out. You need a framework. But first, let's go back to the pain for a second, because I need you to truly understand the long term cost of what you are doing. It is not just about the money, money can be made back. The real cost is self trust. Imagine you have a friend. Every day, this friend tells you, I will meet you at the gym at 6 a.m. And every day he doesn't show up. After a month, do you still trust him? No, of course not. You think he's a liar. Well, every time you write a trading plan and then violate it mid trade, you are training your subconscious mind that you are a liar. So eventually, your mind is going to stop trusting you and you stop trusting yourself. This creates a vicious spiral. Because you don't trust yourself, you hesitate on the next entry. Because you hesitate, you miss the good trade. Because you miss the good trade, you get FOMO and chase the bad trade. Because you chase the bad trade, you lose. And because you lose, you trust yourself even less. You are over managing your positions because you are insecure. You think that if you stare at the chart, you can control the candle. It is pure delusion. You are the passenger, not the driver. The market drives. You just choose the bus stop. Stop trying to grab the steering wheel while the bus is moving 100 miles an hour. I want to tell you a story. A few years ago, I was technically good. I knew smart money concepts. I knew Wyckoff, Elliott wave, Fibonacci retracements, all these strategies, but I was bleeding money. I remember a specific week I had analyzed the Nasdaq perfectly. I predicted the weekly high and the weekly low. If I had just placed the trades and walked away, I would have made $10,000 that week. Instead, I lost 2,000. And it's all because I stayed at the screen. I watched every 1 minute candle. I saw rejection wick and got scared. So I closed my long position. Then I shorted into momentum, so I thought. And the market reversed and kept going higher and higher. I ended that week staring at the ceiling of my apartment, feeling physically sick. Not because of the money, but because I realized I was a slave. I was a slave to my own chemistry. I realized that learning more trading strategies was not the answer. I didn't need to learn how to read the market better. I needed to learn how to govern myself. I started studying systems theory. I looked at how bridges are built, how businesses are scaled. Bridges don't stand up because they hope gravity won't pull them down. They stand up because they are engineered to handle the load. I needed to engineer a version of myself that could handle the load of trading. I needed a framework that was mechanical, logical, and emotion proof. That is when I developed Prime. It is not just a trading plan, it is the operating system for your entire life as a trader. If you are taking notes, this is the time to write. This is the universal architecture Prime. This works for trading, it works for business, it works for fitness. And with this framework, you can design not only your trading system, but your entire life. So we're going to start with P, which is principle. Every system must be built on truth. Most traders don't have a principle, they just have setups. A setup is not a principle. A principle is, why does this work? For me, the principle is, Price creates market structure, and market structure is fractal. Also, price moves based on natural principles of Fib geometry, the Fibonacci sequence. It's the natural rhythm of the market. That is what I believe. And I believe in it like I believe in gravity. Because I believe it, when I take a loss, I don't lose faith. I know the principle is true, the timing was just off. You must define your principle. If you don't believe in the underlying mechanics of your strategy, you will abandon it the moment it gets hard. Moving on to the R, rules. Rules are not there to limit you, they are there to liberate you. Systems work because of what they remove. You need two types of rules: defensive rules, maximum daily loss is 2% of your account, no trading during news events, and you also need offensive rules. For example, I only enter if the risk to reward is at least 1 to 3 or better. The most important rule regarding this video is once the trade is entered, the stop loss can only move in the direction of profit and only after a structural break. So write this down. This rule alone kills the cowardly trader inside you. It removes the option to self-sabotage. Moving on to the inputs. A system is a machine. It needs fuel. What are your inputs? Your routine. Are you waking up at the same time? Are you checking the economic calendar? Are you drawing your trading levels? Are you making your high time frame POIs? If your inputs are chaotic, your outputs will be chaotic as well. You cannot have a professional outcome with amateur preparation. The analyst provides the inputs. If the analyst is hungover, tired, or distracted, the trader is going to die on the battlefield. Next, mechanism. This is the engine, the how. This needs to be binary, 0 or 1, yes or no, entry mechanism. Price hits POI, apply Fib geometry, second pullback equals entry. It's a formula. It's not a vibe. Also, trade management mechanism. For example, price hits 2R, so you move your stop to break even. It's simple and repeatable. The mechanism is what you execute. It bypasses your brain, it bypasses your fear. You become a robot. In trading, being a robot is the highest compliment. And last but not the least, evolution. A system that doesn't change, doesn't evolve, simply dies. It erodes. But it must change slowly based on data. This is your weekend routine. You look at the data and you ask two questions. Question number one: what is one good thing that works well and how do I scale it? And question number two: what is the leak? What is the bad behavior? Maybe you realize I keep losing on Mondays. Okay, well, the evolution is new rule: no trading on Mondays. You tighten your system, you refine the edge, you compound 1% improvements week over week. And here's the best part: when you build your prime system, you stop being a gambler. You start being an empire architect. You stop caring about winning today. Who cares about today? You are playing a game of thousands of trades. You realize that the analyst and the trader can finally live in peace. The analyst trusts the trader to execute the plan without fear, and the trader trusts the analyst to provide a safe plan with an edge. The civil war ends, and in that silence, that is where the profit is made. Now you can build this yourself. I just gave you the whole framework. You can sit down, open a blank document, and spend the next 3 years figuring out your principles, rules, inputs, mechanics, and evolution. Or you can take the shortcut. I have built the Stoic Edge system. It is the implementation of P.R.I.M.E for the modern markets. It is the skeleton, the muscles, and the brain already built for you. I want you to go to the stoicedge.com, take a look around because I'm opening the doors for the early adopters of my Stoic Edge system. And also, you will get a 30-day free trial of the Stoic Traders community. Come inside, see what a professional, rule based environment looks like, see how we plan, see how we execute, see how we do nothing when there is nothing to do. So, if you are tired of the noise in your head, come borrow my system until you're ready to build your own. Remember, the market is not your enemy. The market is just a mirror. If you look into the mirror and you see chaos, it's because you are chaotic. Build the system, respect the analyst, control the trader, stick to the plan. And whatever the price does is irrelevant. But before I go, I want to leave you with one core truth that is true across all aspects of your life. Doesn't matter if it's trading, fitness, whatever. And that truth is simply that as long as you move forward, as long as you wake up, the only way is up.